Tell them that Mayegun today, Mayegun is live. After that, sit back, relax, and enjoy the presentation. Thank you. Tonight, we are starting with Tinubu's plea. Yesterday, no, not yesterday, 2 days ago, when the ECOWAS finally let go of Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, who left ECOWAS after the supposed West African bloc was supposed to stand with them, chose to stand with France, the colonialist that has been exploiting them, impoverishing them for decades, rather than support the decision of the people of these 3 West African countries to do away with the French stooges, French installed rogues and rogue governments in their countries, which they overthrew. West African Economic of West African States, ECOWAS, led by Tinubu, decided to started assembling soldiers to invade Niger Republic, as well as placed economic sanctions on these West African countries. So they told them they were no longer interested in being part of the African Union or ECOWAS. So, in that supposed 66th meeting of the ECOWAS executives inside the Asshole Rock in Abuja, Tinubu delivered a message in which he also used Ghana as a reference or as a contact point, or as a reference point, by saying that the rest of West Africa should try to emulate Ghana, that conducted the presidential and parliamentary elections just a few days or weeks ago, where the opposition defeated the ruling party, and it is considered as the role model of what elections should be. And that is coming from somebody who rigged the election in Nigeria, somebody who tribalized the election in Nigeria, religionalized election in Nigeria, where people were killed because of their religion. People were killed and prevented from voting because of their tribe and their ethnic nationality. Now, that same hypocrite, Tinubu, the Jaga banditi, the Jaga addicti, the aṣíwájú àwọn olè, the aṣíwájú àwọn agbèrò, the aṣíwájú of àwọn apààyàn, from the Apààyàn People's Congress, All Promises Council, APC, Ẹgbẹ́kẹ́gbẹ́. He delivered a speech. I want to start from the boring part before we get to the interesting parts. Ladies and gentlemen, from Tinubu.
On the disparate discussion we have engaged in over the course of this summit, it underscores the strength of our collective resolve to address the pressing challenges facing our region. As we move forward to implement the outcomes of this summit, let us remain united in our determination and steadfast in our commitment to the principles that bind us together as a community. I call on all member states to redouble their efforts in ensuring that decision reached here translates into tangible benefits for our citizens. Your Excellencies, we close the 66th Ordinary Summit. Let us carry with us the optimism and belief we resolve that we have guided our deliberations and our people. Together, let us continue to champion the cause of a peaceful, secure, and prosperous West Africa, to build ECOWAS as a community of people anchored on the ideals of freedom, justice, and democracy. A vision that is propelled by good governance that addresses the legitimacy and legitimate aspiration of our people. Once again, well, as Abu Faki attends his last meeting of ECOWAS, I say thank you on behalf of the ECOWAS and every one of us here. As the last meeting of Nana Akufo-Addo, Mr. Democrat, we will always want to draw from the fountain of your wisdom. So don't be further away because you are in Ghana. I want to thank all of you for a very successful summit. Thank you.
Thank you. The closing remarks of His Excellency bring us to the end of this summit. I would ask you cordially to please rise for the ECOWAS anthem.
Nuisance leleyi. Nuisance leleyi.
About nuisance. So that was called there, saying that people should draw from Akufo-Addo, another disaster, who destroyed Ghana, like Boko Haram destroyed Nigeria, impoverished Ghana, destroyed Ghana's economy. The people of Ghana thought that they were having something better than what Mahama was offering them at the time, building their infrastructures, improving their economy, but he was accused of corruption. Only for Akufo-Addo, like Boko Haram in Nigeria, to take over Ghana and ruin whatever it was that they called gain at the time. And rather than build infrastructure, he started commissioning, gates. In fact, it's ridiculous. So anyway, it was there on his last summit, okay, of being part of the ECOWAS. Meanwhile, the people of Burkina Faso, the people of Mali and the Niger Republic are very much happy to be parting ways with these supposed Westerners to G's, the puppets, they call them the puppets. So, I mean, there's this image, look at this image, right? These are people that are part of the ECOWAS meeting. Look at these guys. ECOWAS is Economic Council, I've been a committee of West African states. Why do you have all these guys at their meeting? This was supposed to be the executive meetings of the African head of states, head of governments, discussing African issue, African matter. You see, the African Union in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, the African Union headquarters, or formerly the Organization of African Unity, OAU, which changed to African Unity now. They call it African Union or something. So AU, their headquarters in Addis Ababa is built by China, which simply means that whatever they are discussing inside that building, somebody is listening to them in China. Yeah, That's how poor these African criminal leaders, this is how they have been. So you will never see Africans or African representatives attend the European Union head of government meeting. Never. I mean, standing there where decisions are being made. You will never see this, what do you call it, this African head of states invited to the Asian summit, where Asian head of government are meeting to discuss the, the economy and the future of the Asian countries or Arab countries. But in Africa, these guys have they have this permanent feature. They are always there because to them, they can't really trust these African leaders, right? That they won't do anything untoward. So they have to send their representative to be present. Chinese, Japanese, Europeans, Americans, all of them attending the executive session of the African head of state meeting, West African head of state meeting. So this AES Sahel states, Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, who have now formed their own bloc, right? To them, it is a good riddance to bad rubbish. So by the end of January 2025, you will no longer see their flags or anything that has to do with them at all in the ECOWAS or African Union. They are done. Go and continue to be the puppets of the West and continue to welcome economic policies that will continue to impoverish your people and your countries over to you. Right? And that is a win. Somebody said that's actually a big win for 2024 win for these French West African countries. I don't know if I should still call them that, because they themselves will not call themselves French West African countries anymore, right? So they are doing everything as well to also remove French as the official languages in these countries. They have stopped spending the franc as official currency. They are taking that away as well. They are taking everything that has to do with France away from their table, while Nigeria is embracing every bit of it. Now, do you know that the book that Dele Farotimi published, even though they have Dele Farotimi locked up somewhere, this book is going to be the best thing that ever comes out of that contraption for generations to come. This book has not only exposed the rotten judiciary in Nigeria, it has also exposed those who have been living in this in the swamp of corruption, right? And this book, the way it is going, may likely be the revolutionary book that is going to bring down the establishment of Nigeria. It is just a matter of time. More and more people are ordering the book. However, it is also exposing, validating everything Dele Farotimi wrote about the Nigerian judiciary, right? So the latest among them is this person. In the last 11 days, they've locked Dele Farotimi up now for 13 days. Yeah, 13 from the 3rd of December, when he was kidnapped and then denied his right to defend himself. So we now have it on a good authority that these guys are likely going to help us to understand better everything that Dele Farotimi wrote in that book. So far, we have the police commissioner in Ekiti, sued Dele. We have the police IG of Nigeria, sued Dele for cyberbullying. Now we have another member of Afe Babalola's chamber. He said he's a partner. Afe Babalola's chamber. He has sued Dele Farotimi in Abuja, and that is Ogunwumiju Kehinde. His own prayer was that the book must not be sold anymore. And all the bookshops selling the book must be stopped and the book must be seized. Not just that, he wants all the proceeds, every penny realized through the sale of this book to be given to Afe Babalola. So not just that, okay, he's also suing Dele Farotimi for 500 million naira defamation. Now, another guy, Ola Faro, sued Dele Farotimi to a Port Harcourt court on behalf of Afe Babalola. He said he is a member of Afe Babalola's chamber. He's suing Dele Farotimi for defamation. And then he also wants the LDPC, legal LPDC, Legal Practitioner Disciplinary Committee or something, to also remove Dele Farotimi's name from the names of from the register of legal practitioners in Nigeria. So that one is in Port Harcourt. Another one is right there in Ibadan. He said he is also a member of Afe Babalola's chamber, suing Dele Farotimi in Ibadan for defamation. All right, that one never named his own price. He hasn't named his price. Then another one, this one on your screen, is suing Dele Farotimi, right, to a court in Ogun State. Ojodu, Abiodun, that is somewhere around Ojodu, Julius Baga in Lagos, Ojodu Baga in Lagos. His own name is Oludaramola San, who also claims to be a member of Afe Babalola's chamber. Oludaramola says he gives Dele Farotimi 7 days, right, to appear. Okay, let me even read that part. You are hereby commanded that within 7 days of this service of this writ on you, including the day of such service, you do cause an appearance to be entered for you in an action at the suit of the claimant, and that notice that in default of your so doing, the claimant may proceed herein and judgment may be given in your absence. So this one gives him 7 days, right? So in his own claim, he's got 6 prayers. Magbo, he said the claimant is a senior partner in Afe Babalola, a leading full service law firm renowned for providing world-class blah blah blah. The claimant joined the law firm of Afe Babalola and Co. in 1994. In 2008, the claimant was elevated to the rank of senior advocate of Nigeria. Now, these are supposed to be lawyers. Now, more reason now. That means, even though we are still waiting, okay, we have the Ogun State, we have the FCT, we have the Port Harcourt, which will represent Rivers. Okay, so we have the Ibadan Court, which is going to represent Oyo State. How many states do you have in Nigeria again? 36. So plus Abuja, 37. So they already have 7. Sorry, then we have Ekiti. So we have Ekiti, we have Ogun State, we have River State, we have Abuja, and then where else? I think then Oyo State. So out of 37 states, out of 36 states and FCT, they already instituted cases in 4, and then FCT making it 5. So we are waiting for 32 more states. Is that not a mockery? They are supposed to be lawyers. Is that not a mockery? You are suing one person for defamation in every court, and you are doing so from the same chamber. According to them, they are like, we are from the same chamber. So I hope they have up to 36 lawyers or 37, so that they can have 36 judges, right? 36 judges all over Nigeria that will then be hearing the same suit. Is that not abuse of your legal process in Nigeria? Afe Babalola himself, Afe Babalola himself is yet to sue. The main character in all of this whole game is yet to sue Dele Farotimi. But those who are supposed to be lawyers, the senior advocate of nuisance, those who knows the law, they are already, when they know that they've used the police to lock him up and a magistrate court judge to lock him up somewhere. So now they are like going to every court all over Nigeria to defend Afe Babalola. Is that not abuse of your court process? Now, so that they do harm. They said that your judiciary is a joke. A total joke. And it was made a joke, a corrupt judiciary, corrupted by Afe Babalola, and they are doing exactly the same thing. You are going everywhere. Is it that they don't believe in their own legal system, or they are just here to show to us how abused the judicial system in Nigeria is in truest sense of it? The Ronukus, who are as dumb as all these jokers, to them, Dele Farotimi would have to be going from one court to another. No, he doesn't have to go anywhere. All it's just to let all these judges, I mean, we are waiting for another 32 states so that it can make sense, okay? Like Lagos, Sokoto, Kaduna, Kano, Jigawa, Zamfara, Borno, Kebbi, all these places, they have to sue him to all these states as well. You know? So Oludaramola is also a rogue. But here is someone who says he is writing his own memo. Because from what we have now gathered, right, they are not stopping at just going to court to abuse their own court process in Nigeria. Okay, they are not just doing that. They have started threatening Dele Farotimi's lawyers. Can you believe that? They are saying that those people defending Dele Farotimi, they must also be punished. Real threats, not just threats against them as defenders of or the defending counsel to Dele Farotimi. They are promising them physical attack, especially in Ekiti. They have started issuing threats to them. Then burn you well. Come to Ekiti. Come and defend him again. We'll wait for you. We'll wait for all of you. How dare you come here to defend him? How dare you come to, if you come to Ekiti, you would, right now, it has gotten to that. So by the 19th or the 28th of this month, which is going to be this weekend, there is a chance that you are going to see the lawyers, senior advocate of Nigeria defending Dele Farotimi, all the lawyers, there is a chance that they are going to be physically attacked. So they pretend to have the upper hand, but they are actually a bunch of cowards. Because those who are real lawyers have said, man, this is becoming a joke now. Like, what the fuck, man? Is Afe Babalola even aware that they are doing all of this, or the old man is senile? Like, is it that stupid that is letting them use his name to do all of this? Or are these guys truly lawyers? I mean, are they real lawyers? Because no man, it don't make any sense anymore. Do you get that now? So it's like somebody suing you for a defamation, for example, okay? And they've taken you to court in front of a judge, and you're about to kind of put up a defense and fight that, and the same person just feel like, no, I'm going to go to Abuja again, sue you in Lagos, and then they say, I'm going to go to Abuja and sue you again. for the same offense, for the same case. Then he's going to be like, okay, I'm going to go to Zamfara.